It's time for adventures and stories for everyone to see. Husband, wife, and pet family. Side by side vlogging the world. Podcast vibes with 80 and Pearl. Stay tuned, let's take you on a trip. Navigating life and our relationships. Give us your ticket, it's all access. Welcome to the Govender Express.
Hey guys, welcome to the Govender Express, the podcast where we share our daily lives, our travel experiences, and what it's like to be a governor living in New Zealand.
So for our very first episode, we're basically going to be talking about our travel experience, things we learned along the way, and all that good stuff.
Yep, and if you don't know who we are, I'm Adrenaline, South Africa's favorite Indian rapper.
And I'm Pearl.
Adrenaline's very beautiful wife. In her own right, she is a content creator, and she low-key was a makeup artist at some point that did like bridal and thing. But it was a hobby, guys. It wasn't anything serious. And she loves to cook.
So you'll be seeing a lot of that on here as well.
But enough about us and what we're about. We definitely will do a longer video on that. Today, we're here to talk about travel. Now, before we get into travel, there's 5 essential things that I feel you need to know as a first-time international traveler. One of them being?
I would say carrying those USB charging cables everywhere.
So why I think Pauline is saying that is because when we went on the planes and in the airports in Hong Kong, and even here in New Zealand, there's a lot of charging ports. So there's no need, like nowadays, you're not allowed to really carry a power bank with you in the plane. You got to put it under your seat. But on the plane, they now provide like charging docks. The Type A, I think everywhere has it. And then the Type C, only certain places have it. I don't think.
And like at the airport itself, not in the plane.
Yes. In the plane, it was only the Type A's. So if you got a Type A to Type C or whatever your phone uses, I think all phone use now like a Type C. Type A to Type C, essential to have when you're going on your flight. The second thing I would recommend is travel size toiletries. So I know it might be common knowledge, but it's nice to say there's a 1 liter limit on the amount of liquid you can take in your hand luggage on the plane. And it has to be travel size.
Yeah,
so no longer than
100 mils.
Not more than 100 mils, right?
Like per item.
Okay, so you basically accumulate that, put them into, well, I guess into number 3. What would you say the third most important essential for a traveler is the first time going overseas?
Well, what would be number 3?
It would be your travel bag. So you need you need a travel bag, guys.
Yeah, a see-through toiletry bag.
Diskim sells them, so you can get a see-through toiletry bag where you can put all your little travel size items. So if they pull it out or they need to check your bags as it goes to the scanner at the airports, they can see exactly what it is. Number 4, what would you say is a number 4 essential in your opinion?
There's one other thing I know we're saving for last.
Yes.
But we did have 5 things.
Okay, since I can't think of it at the top of my head, I would recommend getting a neck pillow, guys. So the traveling pillows, I know they look overrated. They weren't as comfortable as I thought they would be, but they did provide some level of comfort.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think my neck would have been super stiff had I just tried to sleep without those pillows. There are pillows provided on certain flights. So with Cathay, they gave us a blanket and a pillow, but if you've got one of those neck pillows, it's always nice to have to secure.
We ended up using the pillow they gave us for our backs.
Yeah.
Because that helped.
Yeah, because obviously sitting, we were on a 43-hour flight. So obviously sitting for very long gets uncomfortable, and at least we had that extra level of back support. Finally, the one thing that's not a must, but we would 100% recommend, and we'll explain why as we explain our travels further in the video, but the one thing we would recommend 100%, it's not a must, but that's why we put it at number 5 on this list. What is it?
The F&B global accounts.
So it doesn't have to be F&B. You should, go to your bank and find out what program they have if you're a global traveler. But the F&B global one comes with some amazing benefits that we'll get into a little further in the video. With that being said, guys, those are your 5 essentials that you need as a first-time traveler. And from us, we're about to get into what it was like to be first-time international travelers. Because remember, I feel like the furthest we ever went, you was Cape Town. I did Cape Town, but we drove. Yeah. So the furthest ever flight I think I ever took was to Durban. Going from a plane in Durban to going from a plane in South Africa to Hong Kong, way, way, way different experience.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start? You want to start the day before, the night before? Or?
I think let's start from the night before.
So the night before, we were actually, let's even do 2 days before. We started packing 2 days before because we thought we want to get ahead of this thing. We're traveling on the Tuesday. The Monday, we want to be ready. We want to be
not doing anything.
Yeah, we want to relax and take it easy. And plus, in that same weekend, so we found out that the visas were approved on the Thursday. We booked our flights for the next Tuesday. So that same weekend, we still had a visit, like people that wanted to see us before we went and a whole lot of shebang. And we had to squeeze packing in between all of that. So we were like, look, we're going to have to be proactive about this. And I think shout out to my wife because she was hands on. She was hands on. I think she started on the Thursday.
Already.
The day we found out.
Because we saw the stuff first thing in the morning when we woke up. And then I literally started then already. We had some stuff somewhat prepped, but then there was a span in the works, and then we had to cut down I'd say 70% of the things that we wanted to actually bring across.
So on that's weight limits of the bags, guys. If you are taking a flight internationally, especially with somewhere like Cathay, they don't charge you per kilogram that you have over. Yeah. If you are even 1 gram over, we confirmed this at the airport, they will charge you for a full bag. They will charge you for a full bag. So now we need to pack our whole lives into
4 23 kg suitcases.
All right. And
we had a 2-bedroom house before.
And then a 7 kg hand luggage. But my hand luggage is carrying my PlayStation. So it's like 1 7 kg hand luggage, right?
Yeah.
And then we got to packing and visited who we needed to visit over the weekend, and they gave us some advice. And so one of the big things was the travel bag we were telling you about. So a friend of ours, Dinesh, and his wife, Alicia, Dini did mention, listen, when he went to the States, one thing that he got was this little travel bag. It makes life so much easier because then they can see all the things that are coming through the scanner, and you generally move faster through the airports. Yeah. So I think from a packing perspective, we thought we were cool until Monday.
Yeah, well, it was Friday.
I mean, no, we saw Dini and them on Friday. We saw your cousin on the Saturday. We went to Baz on the Saturday afternoon. So Sunday, we packed up thinking we squared up. And then Monday,
there was still just more to do.
Guys, Monday, oh my God. Monday was insane because I still had to get a haircut and a shave. I didn't want to get stopped at the customs, right? Because I was very unkempt at the time. So I was like, okay, let me go get a haircut and a shave. And I thought Pauline and I got up in the morning and we thought oh, this is amazing. It's chai. We are ready, right? We've got this. Today is just getting a haircut and self-maintenance and packing the final odds and ends into the hand luggage. It's going to be easy.
Yeah, and those final odds and ends. So what I did was I kept a few items of clothing out for us. So 3 separate full outfits basically each. Because we always hear horror stories of how people's luggage got lost. And we already didn't have a lot of clothes. But we were like, if that gets lost and we're in a whole other country and we don't know where to go or what to do, we are screwed. So just to avoid that from happening, I packed a few outfits into my little suitcasey hand luggage. And then it was small things like adding up all the little toiletries into how many mils or liters it's going to be, and stuff like your toothbrushes, which you always forget, and all those little things that took up a lot of time on Monday.
So she packs these bags. I get home from my haircut. She's still packing these bags. Shout out to Shanice, which is Pauline's sister, I can say, because they've known each other forever, who came over to help, with the packing. And we sat there and we packed. And I saw my wife have her little phone out doing the calculations to make sure that each bag was under 1 liter. And before you know it, the day had just escaped, guys. It was light outside. She started packing the hand luggage, and then it was dark. Like it was just that instantaneous.
Yeah, and it was also making sure stuff like, again, because we're going to a foreign country, I didn't want anything to go wrong. Dini also advised us to like have multiple copies of everything. So I think he printed out 3 separate copies of our visas, our medication list, because you need that as well, our flight information, so our tickets. And then I also had our certified copies of our marriage certificate, our passports, and police clearance as well. Everything just packed in a little file and shoved into that hand luggage as well, just in case.
Yeah. We prepared for the worst. We expected the best, but I think she was on top of that though. Like when I say my wife, when it came to a preparation standpoint, even just having the documents and stuff ready, I was just there for weighing the bags and making sure we were underweight.
Which my hand luggage was over, but thank God they didn't ask us to.
Yeah. I think general rule of thumb is if your hand luggage looks like it'll be securely, it'll fit securely on the plane, it doesn't look too big, they don't really weigh it. We haven't had it.
It wasn't bulging or anything.
Yeah. So we didn't have any bad experiences with that. So we packed the bags the night before, and we get up really early, like 4:30 the Monday morning. Yeah. Okay. So our plan was, okay, we wake up the time it's afternoon or early morning in Hong Kong, right? And by the time we get on the flight, it'll be like nighttime in Hong Kong, so we can sleep on the flight, and then when we wake up in Hong Kong, it'll be morning, so we can combat jet lag as best we can this way, right? So that was our thinking. It was a 13-hour flight, 14-hour flight.
I think
13-hour flight from OR Tambo to Hong Kong. Okay, so we pack the bags, we get up at 4:30, we get ready, we wash up, we pack the final odds and ends, we get into the car. All right. Whilst we
So even on the way to the airport, because we had these big ass suitcases, only 2 could fit in the boot with our hand luggage and the smaller things. The other 2 were in the back seat with us. Justin's mum and brother, Julian drove. Mum sat in the front, and I had to sit on Justin's lap because
there was no space. Yeah, there was no space. On that, with suitcases, if you guys are looking for cheap suitcases, and this is not a paid sponsorship, but the Panda store, we're just plugging you. The Panda store in Cresta is your go-to. They are very cheap, guys. Very cheap. The only problem is, well, we're about to tell you. So we get to the airport and we start unpacking the bags.
Like,
now,
just
sorry,
the car.
So before I tell you that, how are we going to secure the bags? So initially we thought, let's wrap the bags, right? But then Dini was like, if you guys wrap the bags and you have to unwrap it at customs, it's going to take forever, right? And we were like, okay, he suggested getting these strap things from the AA store that's also in Cresta, by the way, very close to the Panda store. And it's like a little strap that has a combination lock on it, and you just put it around the bag and you
tighten it.
You tighten it.
You can't open it.
So,
and then the TSA agents, the lady explained to us, has a key. So if
they want to check, yes,
they
they can open the bag and check it.
But nobody else could.
So we're like, okay, we'd rather go with the straps then, because we thought it'll be the same price as wrapping the bag anyway. So those straps were like 250 or 215 rand each. Okay. And we heard various different accounts of what wrapping the bag will cost. 250 rand, 350 rand, 300 rand. So we weren't sure what it's going to cost to wrap our bags. And you can only pay at the airport in cash, guys. Very important.
Yes.
You can only pay in cash at the airport for wrapping your bag.
bags.
So we get there. We start unloading the car. As we're offloading the bags, we pull out one. I pull out the last one. Remember, these bags are heavy. So I pull out the one. I put it on the floor. Pauline hears, right? And she goes,
The bag cracked. We barely even got it out the car.
guys, we're not
The bag
even
cracked.
packing it on the thing yet. So Pauline goes, we have to wrap this. I'm like, cool. Now I'm stressed because we're going to spend another. Why did we waste all that money then buying these straps? Because now we're going to spend another odd 350, 250 bucks to wrap this bag. So we drew some cash. We took it all the way up to, there's a concierge, guys. So when you enter the airport, there's people that wait at the elevators. They see you with a lot of bags. They offer to help you. They only work off tips. So
Yeah.
if you can, guys, please support them. That's the only money they make. They can work as long as they want, but they're not paid by the airport for the service they provide. So dude comes, grabs our bags, take us upstairs, and we get to where the flight is. He's like, no, this is where you're gonna wrap your bags. This what flight are you taking? This is where you're gonna catch this flight. Very informative.
Yeah, she was very helpful.
Very, very, very informative. So he takes us up. He takes the bags in the trolley. My brother's pushing the other trolley with the 2 bags, and he says, I say, no, we need to wrap this bag, and he takes us to wrap it, and the wrapping price was 120 rand.
This is at Tambo.
Right.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind that it probably won't stay 120 rand because there's various accounts of the different prices and it's cash only. Therefore, I think it changes on period. Maybe we were on a day where it was quiet. We don't know. We can't tell you how they determine the price. Just know that we paid 120 rand to wrap this bag. Wrap this bag. We joined the Cathay check-in line. Yeah. Went to the check-in line, checked in for our flights, then they started weighing the bags. Now, that probably was one of the most stressful parts of the journey.
That was like,
right? I made sure that when we packed the bags, I left like a kilogram of leeway.
yeah.
Okay. So when I was using the hand scale, which is almost very accurate, by the way, it might have been out by 30 or 40 grams, but it's from Takealot. I'll link it in the description if you guys want one. But out by 30, 40 grams, and each one 22 kilograms. There was one she put on that was 26, but it's because when she put it on, the force it hit the thing with made it heavy. And I was like, how did we miss this?
And as he was saying that it dropped.
It dropped. So those go through. They ask you for your visa at Tambo. So when you're leaving the country, they say, okay, can we see your visa? Which country you're going to? Then she takes the visas and your passport and so whoever's assisting you will take your visa and your passport. The lady that was assisting us typed it in, typed the passport in, and then printed all our boarding passes. So from Tambo to Hong Kong, from Hong Kong to Auckland, and Auckland to Wellington. So she even printed our domestic passes, right? Yeah. You'll notice, don't panic. I know if you're an experienced traveler, this makes sense, but to us it didn't. There's no boarding gates on the passes because boarding gates only get released like 2 hours before you're supposed to fly. Okay, so if you see, how come there's no gate at this flight? It doesn't mean the flight doesn't exist. It's just that the flight boarding gate
hasn't been determined yet.
Right. There we go. So we get through our Tambo, we say our goodbyes. My mom cries. Julian holds back his tears. It's very emotional. We hug. I just want to get on the plane. Like we ready to cook. Pauline cried as well. I think it was more so it's finally happening, but also we're leaving home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're leaving the place that gave us everything. Especially the place that gave us each other. That was our origin story. So we walk through, then the boarding gates. So we get to the boarding gates, and as we go through, you have to take out any plugs you have. So Pauline had to take out her wand,
so initially they didn't say I have to take it out.
Oh, okay.
That's why she we just asked laptop,
PlayStation.
Laptop, PlayStation, and the chargers and the power banks.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
They didn't even make me take off my jewelry, guys, like my ring and stuff.
Yeah.
So
we took all of that out, but then I also had my hair straightener, my curling wand, an adapter, like a multi-plug, an adapter plug, and something else in that bag. So then I had to take all of that out. Because
which was carefully packed, guys, because we didn't know where to put that in the other bags. So from a space perspective, we were like, oh my God, okay.
Just like squished in there.
She was carrying like 2 jackets with her. because we didn't know where to pack that either, but we didn't want to leave it behind. So yeah, we unpacked there. They wanded us up. We went through. Every stop. It took us a little while to repack the bags because we had to unpack it
Everything, yeah.
to get there. Right. Once you're through there, there's a boarding gate. You get scanned up. There's another check gate behind that. So you go through past the turnstiles or whatever you call those things. It
Yeah,
was
it's a-
turnstiles.
it's,
What was it?
Passport checking counter.
Yeah, but what are those things called that they use to stop us from going through?
I don't know. It's like a aisle guide.
Yeah.
It's not really
So the aisle guide
turnstile.
thing, right? You walk around to the aisle guide thing, and you get to the counter where they ask you for your passport and your boarding pass. We thought we'd have to present our visas, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We just gave our passport and a boarding pass, and then the guy looks at you, he looks at your passport, he looks at you, he looks at your passport, and then he stamps to say you are leaving South A. And that was also I don't know, that was stressful for me. I'm like, why are you looking so hard?
I don't know why you were so stressed. It was like each point we got to, we thought they weren't going to let it.
Yeah. I was prepared, guys. I was like, and then they stamped, and we were done. And from there, we walked through, and we're like, okay, this is official now. So here comes the global card, guys. Oh well, let's first talk about being F&B customers. F&B, you guys should pay us for this because it's some free promo. But if you're an F&B customer, you get access to the Bidvest lounges in OR Tambo or any South African airport that has a lounge.
lounges.
Slow lounge, sorry. To the slow lounges in any South African airport that has a F&B, R&B sort of slow lounge, okay?
Yeah.
You can go there. If it's quiet, they don't usually mize for how long you stay there, but generally it's about 2 hours or 4 hours. How long is
I
it?
think 4 hours for the international.
Right? 4 hours that you can waste there to kill time for your flight. They provide food, they provide drinks. I mean, drinks, water, cold drink, coffee, teas, alcohol. They provide beverages for days. So you can go there and you can enjoy yourself. And that's just, you get 4 visits a year to F&B Slow Lounge, to which you can redeem to actually bring somebody with you. So if I take my wife or my wife takes me, we use 2 visits, okay? So a visit counts for that extra person, but you can bring a guest with you to the Slow Lounges. It was super nice. We went there, enjoyed ourselves, killed some time in the Slow Lounges until it was time for us to board our flight, okay?
Yeah. It wasn't difficult to find the boarding gates or anything. It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You just looked at the pass, you followed the boards. It was, I don't think, it's not going to be, if you don't know, guys, just ask.
Yeah.
Really, just,
Somebody will
hey,
tell
where's
you.
wherever gate? Where's wherever gate? Just ask. Don't miss your flight because you're frightened to ask somebody where's this or where's that.
Yeah. And we just went a little bit early because we were like, just in case it was far to walk or whatever. We did that each day actually.
Yeah. So we got to our boarding gate and then we boarded the flight. No problems. They literally check your passport, they check your ticket, you go through, same as a normal domestic
Yeah.
flight. There's nothing different there. We got on the plane. The plane was a little different. You've got a little bit more space than in a domestic flight like SAF Air, but it's still compared to what you see in because you walk through what you see in the business class and the first class is different because they've got a nice they can move
yeah.
their legs and whatever, and the business class, I don't know if those were business class or first class people that had those pods. Do you remember? They have their own private pods and a really big screen that they can watch movies on. So each chair in the flight and stuff has its own screen, okay, on Cathay. So you get there, you find your seat. Those screens display information. So it can tell you where you are, where your journey is departing from, how far in the air you are from your destination.
Yeah.
You can watch movies, you can listen to music, you can play games on it like Angry Birds or whatever. So these screens are basically there for your entertainment.
In-flight entertainment.
Right? Whilst you are there, right? I'm trying to think outside of those screens, is there anything that we missed in terms of features of the screens? No. The one cool thing that we did see though is if you're watching a movie, right? Let's say you and your family get separated because you guys couldn't get all the same seats in the same flight, right? The same international flight. But you're
same row or
the same, next to each other, whatever, but you're on the same flight. If your family member is sitting 4, 5, 10, 20 rows up from you, but you know their seat number, you can watch a movie with them because you can watch the movie and you can say share with seat or whatever, and then you share and then it asks you which seat number and then you press it and then boop, a notification will pop up on their screen and they can accept and watch a movie with you. So we were watching movies together like that because you can't really lean over into the screens are like privacy screens. So they're like shaded from the side. I'm trying to think what else in terms of that. No, that was it, I think, when we got into the plane. The pillow was provided. There was a pillow there waiting for us. It's all clean, right?
Yeah.
It's in a clean plastic. It's new, I think, or it's either washed and then repackaged, but it's in a plastic that you have to tear open. There's a blanket in a plastic that you have to tear open. It's a pity we didn't take one, so we could have shown everybody, right? And then there's a pair of disposable headphones as well. They come really cheap headphones, but if you don't pack headphones with you, you can basically use those headphones to plug into the screen so you can listen to the movies and the music while you're on board.
Justin has a big head, so he's fit him.
Yeah, Pauline's
Mine didn't fit. They
still had a
kept
gap.
sliding like so badly. So I feel like for kids and for smaller people, just literally, if you can take your own, take your own. But otherwise, I guess you could make those work.
So from there, the flight kicked off. It tells you on the thing, not exactly, but you can see there's like a little timeline thing of when meals will be served, when you're going to get snacks, blue. And that's how you operate. So the first flight, I think when we were going there, so we picked for the first flight, the meal options we wanted. Pauline picked the Hindu meal and I picked the bland meal, only because I suffer with my stomach if I eat spicy food and I love it, right? So I was frightened that I'm on the plane now and then I start getting cramps and then it's chai, you know what I'm saying?
And he was sitting by the window and there was somebody next to
you,
me. So it wouldn't have been very nice to be getting up every 5 minutes to run to the bathroom.
So I'm like, no, you know what? I'll take the bland meal when I selected it. But this was before the flight. You have to do this before you can't do this on the flight.
Yeah.
Right? So time goes, we excited as any first time, we nervous, we anxious. There's a lot of emotions going through us. We're happy, we're sad. Like we're experiencing whatever you experience when you leave family. You know, you guys know it. When your Durban cousins come over for a long holiday and then it's time for them to go back. That's what we're experiencing. Okay. And then before you know it, it's time for food. So prior to that, they come around and offer beverages. The beverages, they give you like a menu list and there's whiskeys, there's wines, there's cold drink, juice, tea, coffee. And there's also a whole snack list of things which include vegetables, noodles and something else, right?
Oh, I think it was galley snacks, so like peanuts and
whatever they have on hand in the galley. Okay, they bring us this little welcome snack, which is this buttery biscuit type thing that was very tasty. It's like a bread. Yeah, it's a pastry, but it looks like bread, but it's like hard bread. I don't know how to explain. Guys, I don't know how to explain to you. I don't know if we made a video of it. If we did, I'll insert it. But it was quite tasty. It's very rich. It's like a biscuit, but not as biscuity.
Yeah. If you know what banana puri is, imagine a hard banana puri.
Okay, that's a good description.
Yeah.
From there, we waited for our meals, and finally, it was time for the meals to be served. Oh, sorry. Before I get into the meals, the other thing that we forgot about the screen is that you can see the outside of the plane. So there's a part where you can press the camera and you can see when you guys are taking off. You can see underneath the plane as well where the wheels are. So it's very cool. Pauline was fascinated by it. She stared at it every time we took off. So and landed. Yeah, that was her thing. Right. Then we get to the food. The meals on a Cathay Pacific flight weren't bad. Okay, we didn't expect 5-star gourmet style meals, and this is what we got. So we'll start with the Hindu meal.
So I had this like a savory rice kind of thing with I'd say it was a chicken curry. Not the way that we make chicken curry normally, but it was some sort of chicken curry. And
it looked like butter chicken, guys. So I said to her, "Is that butter chicken?" And she's like,
wasn't.
"No, it's more like a curry."
But it was tasty. It was very tasty. Whatever curry it was tasty. And there was also dal or dal, however you want to say it, there as well.
Lentils.
But split pea lentils. it wasn't cooked the way that we usually cook it. It was like still a bit hard.
Okay.
So I didn't really like that. That I'll give like a 2 out of 10. But the actual curry and the rice was tasty. I'd probably give that like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It was very nice. And
I
then
think you got fruit as well.
yeah, there was fruit. There was a little bun. There was
And a wheat biscuit snack thing.
yeah, a little like wheaty snack and cheese.
Oh yeah, block of cheese.
And yeah, there was something else. Oh, a little lentil and corn like salad.
Yeah, that was like her starter. So basically,
Yeah.
how your meal comes, it shows you on the menu. It's like a starting to appetizer in a small cup, a big thing there that's your main meal, your dessert, which would be like the fruit, and then a snack. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's how it comes, and a little bread bun. So for me, in the bland meal, for those of you who are frightened, the bland meal wasn't as bland as I thought it was gonna be. So what it came with was the starter was a chicken salad, small little cold cube chicken, okay, and then the main meal had fish,
Was
some
like a tomato.
tomato sauce type.
Yeah.
It wasn't tomatoes itself, like canned tomatoes. It was a tomato sauce based sauce type thing, and potatoes. Right, potatoes were quite nice. They cube the potatoes, but they steam it and they make it like mashed potato. Okay, so when you bite it, it's like soft. Okay, it's not thing. And then I also had fruit, and my snack was, I can't remember offhand. You guys will see it in the video. I think I took a video of it.
Yeah.
So that was it. And then we had both Coke Zero to drink and twisting. But this is more or less what you can expect from the meal. And it was tasty to a point. It was better than we expected it to be. But I wouldn't say it's something you'd go to a restaurant and order. You know what I'm saying? For a flight, I guess
yeah,
it was
for flight
it
food,
was
it
good.
was nice.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
at least mine was.
yeah. I know the fish. I don't know, guys. Hey, man, I should have just taken my chances with, because they still come and offer you when they get there. Hey, we've got beef such and such. We've got vegetarian such and such, and we've got chicken such and such. If they have a chicken option, and then you just choose from the 3 options they provide you, and then you have that for lunch. But if you have a specialty item, they bring that out to you first. And it's crazy because when they brought it out to us, Pauline and I were looking like, why doesn't anybody else have food? Did they not
we're like,
order
what's
food
going on?
or what? And then they just came out like 20 minutes later. So they first serve the specialty item foods, and then they come back and collect
Give
it.
the general
They only collect the trays though, and the empties once you're done eating.
when everybody's done.
Exactly. So don't eat too quickly, like 20 minutes
Yeah.
ahead of everybody, and then now you're waiting with the empty thing because there's no space for you to move there. So, it's like, snap. Well, I've got to sit with this dirty tray now.
Yeah.
From there, we sort of slept.
Sort of. That first
Like-
flight, we barely slept. We maybe
Very
slept in
difficult.
like 30-minute intervals.
Very
or
difficult. I don't
less.
know. I think it was nerves, but also not being used to the comfort or the lack of comfort.
discomfort.
Yeah. Like that the flight provides you, the flight seat.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there for a couple hours, it's okay. But when you're there for a long time, it is increasingly uncomfortable because it's like sitting at home or any chair
Yeah.
for a long period of time.
Also, I was dumb because I put a lot of stuff down under the seat
In front of her
me.
feet.
Like the extra jacket that I was wearing and like a couple of other things as well. So I didn't have leg room under the seat in front of me. So that eventually got uncomfortable. But yeah, later on I figured it out properly and
Yeah,
managed to
when
sort
we
it out.
left Hong Kong, we were ready. We were, we were like, we learned from
I
the
know
first
what to
one,
do now.
right? Because everything in that first flight is like new, and you're nervous, and you're trying to observe what other people are doing, what the flight etiquette is, and so we got through that. And we arrived, before we arrived in Hong Kong, we got breakfast as well. Breakfast, I didn't enjoy breakfast, guys.
Breakfast was like a 2 out of 10.
So you get the bun. I got eggs. So for me, I got eggs, spinach, potatoes. I don't even think I took a video of it. I ate like
I think I have one somewhere.
one bite of the eggs. And then I closed it up and I said, the eggs were terrible. It was terrible. I did not enjoy it at all. I didn't even want to try the potato and the spinach. I think maybe I had one bite of the potato. Even the potatoes tasted different. And then I said, nope, there was a yogurt and fruit there. So I just ate my yogurt and ate my fruit. Really. I had a glass of orange juice, or a cup of orange juice rather.
Yeah. So mine also similar. But I had a sausage and a hash brown and
Yeah, you did.
mushrooms.
Ooh.
A small chicken sausage like this. So yeah, that's what I had in mind. But he stole my sausage.
Yes. I ate because my food was terrible. Guys.
Yeah. Also with a little bun. So I kind of just put the hash brown in the bun and I ate that. The egg, I ate it, not all of it. I ate some of it with the mushroom just to try and like eat, because my problem is if I don't eat, I don't want to eat, and then I won't eat for the rest of the day. So yeah, I had to force myself to eat. So I had that, and then also the fruit and the yogurt. The yogurt was nice. Funny enough, I really like granadilla yogurt, so I ended up with granadilla, and he ended up with peach.
Peach, yeah.
So yeah.
Two of our favorite flavors
Yeah.
in yogurt. So that happens. We arrive at Hong Kong. When we get to Hong Kong, it is fucking boiling.
Guys,
It is hot,
we
guys.
were sweating.
When we get to Hong Kong, it is hot. Oh my God, it is hot.
It's the middle of their summer.
And it's humid.
Yes.
It's humid. We are perspiring the moment we exit the aircraft to go onto the next plane. So this is it. So usually when you go in domestic, like you're going to Durban, right? You get off the plane, you go back to the gates, you go through arrivals.
Yeah.
But when you're flying international, when you're going to another flight, you can't really exit the airport to go to the mainland without a visa. So what you do, there's a little thing that will say transfers. So you just get in that line, you go to the transfer line. They don't really check. They check your boarding pass, they check your bag. That's it. You don't need your visa, this, that, whatever. So they just usher you through the airport. Now, we've got a 13-hour layover. We are there at 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
right? And we are leaving at 9 p.m. Okay, so we got time to kill. But this is where F&B comes in clutch. Because F&B offers you something called a global card that allows you access to the global lounges in any international airport. All you have to do is get this global card, download the Visa Companion app, register the card on the Visa Companion app, and you get 10 visits, right?
Yeah.
Within the airport or
10
any airport,
complimentary visits.
like for the year, right? Any airport you go to, there's 10 for the year. If you use up the 10, sorry.
Yeah.
So, and that too, you can use for more than one person, if I'm not mistaken, because the
Yeah.
lady did ask us when we were in
ask,
Hong
yeah.
Kong. So we looked at it and we said, okay, there's a long stay lounge, which is like 4 hours. And we at the time thought you could only redeem one per day, sort of kind of vibe. So like for per one lounge per day. So if I go to this lounge, I can't go back there in the same day. Okay.
But we were wrong.
So we said, okay, let's go to this 4-hour lounge first, just so we can put our stuff down, because there's nicer lounges here. We've got access to 3 different premium lounges in Hong Kong. So we're going to save that for just before we have to fly and go there, get dressed, and then get on the plane and, let's kick it to the destination of New Zealand, of Auckland. So we go to the lounge. Now, to find this lounge, the airport in Hong Kong is massive. So we eventually walk in, we find an information booth, and we ask them. And the lady says to us, listen, you're going to go down this elevator for the Hong Kong airline lounge that you're looking for. And there's a train that's going to come. And you're going to take the train from this side of the airport to the other side of the airport. And we were like, train? And she's like, yeah. So we're like, okay, cool. We go down. There were people helping at the platform. We asked them, hey, where's the train to the other side where the Hong Kong Airlines is? They were like, cool, yeah. We got on the train, 3 minutes, 2 minutes maybe. Took us all the way across to
The next building.
where the Hong Kong Airlines flights were.
Yeah.
We walked in. There was another information desk right there. The lady said, no, Hong Kong Airlines is right here upstairs. We took up an escalator, walked there, and then we got to the front desk of Hong Kong Airlines, and the lady said, okay, great. Do you guys have any vouchers or whatever? We said, yeah. We opened up our apps to give you a little barcode when you have to
scan
redeem.
it the way you would at the slow lounge.
and then you're in, right?
Yeah.
But she says to us, so you guys have 4 hours here. This entitles you to 4 hours. But when the 4 hours are up, okay, you can scan again and redeem
For another 4 hours.
for another 4 hours. So I'm like, yo, bro, we don't have to leave this lounge until it's later because we thought we are going to have to kill time and manage our time effectively.
Yeah.
But we can sit here for like 12 or 8 hours at the very least and then go to another lounge for another 2 hours and then have a 1 hour before we have to get to the flight anyway, where we
Yeah.
can go and board and whatever. Right? So that's our thinking now. We are like, oh my God, this is it. This is life. So we get inside there. They have like, it's like, I wouldn't say it's as nice as a slow lounge.
There's 2 sections to
Right.
it, firstly.
Yeah.
So because of our Visa Companion app, what they gave us access to was one side of it. And I think whoever has whatever benefits allows them into the other side.
Of the slow lounge.
Yeah.
The first one in Hong Kong.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
So there's 2 sections. We only got into one because of the, what was it, Dragon Pass
Yes.
thing of ours. So yeah, okay, carry on.
So the section we got into, when you just enter, there's like a little thingy, a buffet style thing of like breakfast foods, a croissant, cups,
and eggs.
glasses, serviettes, whatever.
Tea, coffee station.
Right? So basic, very basic stuff in terms of offerings. No alcohol, no juice, no cold drink or whatever. You walk inside there and it's like a lounge. It's like you walked into somebody's living room or whatever. Or, it's very open. It's not like it's closed off from people being able to
Yeah.
see you and stuff. You can see the bottom of the airport. You can hear everything that's going on around you. It's not private, okay? But there's like nice little booths. It's chill.
private
It's
enough.
comfortable, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So eventually while we're there, remember, we struggled to sleep on this flight. We sort of go, okay, you know what? We need to get some rest. We've got so much of time here. And I say to Belen, like, I'm going to have a nap. I'm really tired. So she says, why don't you go into one of the booths there and sleep? Now, at first, I'm very self-conscious. I'm like, hey, now I'm
Yeah.
going to sleep and people are going to be coming in and out.
But there
and-
were people sleeping even when we got there. So I was
and
like,
like carve me,
Yeah.
right? So I get there and I find a small booth and I squish myself in and I sleep, guys. I slept. It was hot. And in between the sleeping breaks, if I woke up, I would say, babe, please can I have
Water.
some water? And
We
then
were
go back
so,
to sleep.
like,
Yo.
dehydrated.
Guys, it was hot there. It was hot. So we just kept drinking water and then I slept. Oh my God, I slept, guys. Like my body needed to just sleep. And the nice
I
thing
think
is
we slept like 6.
every time
you slept
we,
about 6 hours.
we set an
there.
alarm, I wake up, there's like little spit here. I wipe my face.
drooling.
And then I go outside and we go and took the ticket.
Yeah.
And then come back
And we went back to sleep.
to sleep. I slept first, I think, and then
I only slept sort of towards the second half.
yeah.
of
So the
our-
second redemption, that's when Paul was like, yo, I think I want to sleep now as well. And we found another 2 booths facing each other.
Yeah.
Where it was private and we cornered it off basically. And we put all our bags and stuff
Just
there.
took over that whole space.
And we
Guys, I
laid.
was even walking around in my socks.
She took off her shoes
I
or whatever.
was
She's
like,
like,
I
"Hey
was
man, it's chai for me. Like I'm tired. My feet are sore.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable in these shoes." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And then we killed time there. From there, we're like, "Okay, cool. We need to go look for the other lounges." I said, "We'll take I said to Belen, once this is done, we take 1 hour walking around the airport. Then we go to one of the lounges."
that were closer to our boarding
Gate, and then from there the premium lounge we can go because we'll be refreshed. There's beverages there. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
So we leave there. We get back on the train. We go to the other side of the airport. This side of the airport, it feels like where everything is happening though.
Yeah.
There's like shops and the food court
restaurants
and
and-
whatever.
yeah.
And so we walk through.
You had
And
Burger King, yeah?
yeah. We go to the food court side and we're like, cool, because we're looking for McDonald's. So the information this lady is like, McDonald's is like all the way down there, but it's like an 8-minute walk. Just behind you is Burger King. So we're like, okay, sweet. So we turned around and we went to Burger King and we paid 90 Hong Kong dollars, which is like 100 and something rand, if I'm not mistaken, that the burger came to. With fries and a beverage. The fries are thicker than we get in South Africa. There's no Heinz mayonnaise though that they give you. But the burgers in terms of taste are a bit more bland. Like Burger King in South Africa is better. The size, firstly, for the same price comparatively, you get a bigger burger, you get more fries, you get the same. And then a beverage is bigger. Well, a beverage at least you can refill there if you're in the store. But there's no such thing as your cup is empty, you can refill it. You get your one beverage, you drink it. And they actually serve like mainstream. So they serve like Coke and stuff like that and Coke Zero. So we had some Burger King.
It was super fast also.
Yeah, guys, like
done within
really
a
quick.
few
When
minutes.
that was the definition of fast food. It was
Yeah.
very quick, very, very quick. From there, I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I took a walk down and I said to Belinda that I saw like a lot of like water refilling stations in the airport. Listen to that. They have things in the airport where you just got to carry your water bottle with you and just refill it. Now, bear in mind that you must finish that water on the plane because when you get off the plane, all right, you cannot have any liquids in your bottle when you're coming out of the plane.
Yeah.
And you cannot bring any food in any airport you stop at from the plane. You can't say, you know what, I'll chow this later. Let me take this cheese in my pocket.
Please don't take the buns and put it in your purse.
Guys,
They will stop you.
eat your food on the plane and then leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go through there, we leave, we go looking around. I said, okay, you know what? There's like 2 hours we can go, and then at 7 p.m. we can just leave the lounge and take a walk to go find our boarding gate or whatever. So let's go to the premium lounge. It's like 5 p.m. now, 5:15. So by 7:15 we're out, right?
Yeah.
We knew where we saw the one initially when we were first looking for the Hong Kong lounge. And we said, okay, we're going to go upstairs and go back to that one because it's more or less close to probably where we're going to have to be. The information desk is right there anyway.
Yeah.
So if we need to go out and go down and find out where our flight is,
It'll be quick.
we get up there. We get into that lounge. We're excited. Like so many people are lining up. We're like, this lounge must be the one.
Nice,
Guys, and the
yeah.
way it's so hot, I'm thinking, as soon as we enter there, it's going to be amazing. This is the Premium Plaza Lounge in the Hong Kong airport, gate 60. Right? Gate 60. Yeah.
Yeah.
We entered there. It is boiling even worse than before. And in the general sort of lounge that we had access to, there was less people. This place is packed, guys.
Okay.
It is packed and it is small. There's a lot of other offerings though, like beverages and things.
There was like a lot of food there. I didn't even see what food though, but there was a lot.
Food, but it is packed. So we said, okay, cool. What our thing is, we're going to do a change of clothes here now in this airport.
Freshen up and stuff.
Right? And pressure, like a roll-on thing, maybe have a shower, if they have shower
deep,
facilities
all
or whatever.
those
Like, so we're going to do all of this in this airport. We're going to get a chance to clean up ourselves. And so we're a bit fresh for the next flight, right?
Yeah.
Guys, when I entered the bathroom, there's pee on the floor. It is so small. It is disgusting, right? Like,
It was filthy.
right? It's not like, wow, but the boys one wasn't like filthy to the point where I'm like, but it's the kind of filthy where you don't want to take your socks off and put your foot on the floor because you're frightened you're going to come out with something. You know what I'm saying? So I changed in the small ass toilet. The toilets, so they didn't have toilets at the first lounge, but there was like a big bathroom directly opposite. I was very clean. Very,
The
very
rest
clean.
of the toilets in the airport were clean.
Because that toilet, and they're big.
Yeah.
Like there's space
there's
for you to
space.
go into the bathroom. But this one looked like a gym toilet, but it was small, guys. Very, 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 like, I cannot stress how small it was. So I struggled. I managed to get dressed there and I came out and I told Paulina, I was like, these bathrooms, they ain't the one. They ain't the one. So Paulina's like, okay, cool, I'm going to go change. Because she obviously wanted to go fresh up now. So we took turns and then she headed to the ladies' bathroom.
And it was terrible. So we made TikTok videos about this as well. And I saw somebody said, oh, maybe it was the water from the bidet. My friend, that is not bidet water. I know the difference between pee and water. Like it was disgusting.
Pee
And for
on the floor
woman-
in a ladies' bathroom, guys.
Like how? What were you doing? Because I don't even know how that happened. And you can smell it. Forget about seeing it, you can smell it. And there's a lady in the bathroom cleaning after each person. What
Maybe
was
she peed on
cleaning?
the floor.
Oh, she was getting tired of it, so she didn't want anyone else to use it.
Yeah,
but
no, it was crazy.
bad.
As soon as Pauline changed and came out, I found one tiny spot in the corner of the lounge where a little bit of aircon was coming down. It was hot in there, guys. I'm like, this is a premium lounge. Like, at least some aircon, nyana. Like, help us out. And I said to Pauline, like, nah. Pauline said to me, nah, you know what, you want to go? And I was like, yeah, we'd rather go sit at the gate, even if it's for 2 hours, because this place
It was
sucks.
uncomfortable.
It was. We actually, when we walked out, it was cooler outside of the lounge in the humid ass airport
Yeah.
than it was inside the lounge. Very, very poor experience. Like, I do not recommend Gate 60 Plaza Premium Lounge. If there's a better one in that airport, please let us know in the comments, and maybe we should have visited that one. And it's expensive, guys. We didn't pay for it because we had the benefits of the global card, but people
Yeah.
that were paying to get in there, I feel sorry
was expensive.
because it is pricey.
For 2 people in rands would have been almost 3,000 rand.
It is very expensive for 2 hours. So we were like, nah. Then we went to the boarding gate. We killed some time there. It was cool. We started getting,
Yeah, the
it was
seats
the
were quite
evening.
comfy. We could still charge our stuff
There was also
So-
like water stations where we could fill,
Yeah.
like there's cups as well. So you can just
if you don't have a water
Excuse me.
bottle. Yeah.
take a cup, drink some water, and then get ready for
The next flight.
the next flight. So the next flight arrives. This was really cool though. So we get there for the next flight. So when you enter Hong Kong, they scan your face. They make you stand at this little thing, right? So they scan your boarding pass, then they say stand here, boop, then it scans your face. You're like, cool. When it was time to leave and board the next plane from Hong Kong to Auckland, we're standing in the line. Finally, they let the economy people go through. Once we walk through, you don't have to go and then look at your passport and your ticket. You just
Yeah.
stand there. It scans your face. Boop. It says, yes, this is the guy that entered. Or yes, this is the
And
lady
it
that
comes up
entered.
with your seat number and all of that.
Everything
opens and you
opens
go
like an
through.
automatic gate. And then you go through.
Yeah.
This time, we were well prepared though.
Yeah.
For our plane ride, right? We
Absolutely.
were just not looking forward to the thing because we thought we weren't going to sleep. It's going to be super uncomfortable
Yeah.
because that's how it was the first time.
But I went in with a plan.
So we got there. We used our little space more effectively so that we both had like leg room in front of us. And we also figured out how to recline the seats a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So when we booking the flights, I picked these seats and I was about to sit next to another person. And then my wife was like, no, why don't you pick this? Because what if nobody sits next to us and we have all 3 doors? I'm
Yeah.
like, babe, it's an international flight. It's going to be full. Everybody's going to sit next to us.
Yeah.
That's what I said, right? So I'm like, no, it won't. I'm like, okay, fine. We'll take the chance. And then, boop, boop, we booked the seats. And then we sat down and we used our space very nicely. And another dude sat next to us.
Yeah.
And then I told Budina, I was like, I told you, there's definitely going to be people, right?
Yeah.
When the flight is about to take off and they say everybody's on board,
There was more space.
there
like
was
empty
other seats that are empty. So this guy just went and he found an empty 3-seater. He picked up the thing and he slept sprawled across the 3-seater. And there was this Indian auntie behind us. Those 3 seats were empty. And she slept sprawled across those 3-seaters. So we had some nice room.
between us.
Yeah, we put all the stuff on the one side of the plane where the window was.
Yeah.
Right? I went to the aisle this time. The mistake that I made the first time was not taking an aisle seat. That I have learned from. If you're going to book a flight, take an aisle seat. Because if you need to pee, if you need to stretch out your legs, if you need to stand up and
It's just
stretch,
easier.
it is much easier than crossing randoms in the plane because you have to be polite and be like, hey, can I? But if you are there in that corner, it's nice. Okay?
Yeah.
It's comfortable. So I went to the aisle side, reclined my seat, and that was it. We were off.
Yeah.
So got up in the air,
We watched,
but we
watched
got
a
supper
few things.
first. So like 2 hours within that flight,
Yeah.
or not even, maybe 2 hours, they served supper, right? This team though, on this flight was really good. The first team was good, the first flight we took, but this Cathay team flight, the second flight from Hong Kong to Auckland, were like clockwork.
They were on the
You could
ball.
see they understood how to work efficiently. Like they were cray good. Yeah, so food came for supper.
We didn't have those pre-selected meals
Yes.
this time. got
So we
fed
thought
at
when we
the same
pre-selected it's going to be for all flights
time. Yeah, with the same airline.
all the way through. It was not. Thank the Lord, because I don't think I could have eaten another bland meal. So the food came through. I ended up having, I don't recall. What did I eat?
You had a roast chicken thing.
Oh, a roasted chicken with this like bit of rice and tomato sauce. I can't remember what the side for it
Some
was.
veggie thing.
Yeah, it was it
it
butternut? No, butternut was
yes.
no, butternut was the first one for the fish.
Oh,
I can't remember what was the side. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Yeah.
As you're talking, you'll have a look at
Laptops.
it, right? And then fruit.
there's always fruit with
Yeah.
every meal.
So that's for your digestion, I think.
Yeah.
And ice cream, guys. We got
Yeah,
a
it was
Haagen-Dazs
Haagen-Dazs.
mango berry type
mango
ice
and
cream.
raspberry, that was so
my God.
tasty.
That was like the best part of the
That
meal.
was my highlight of that whole flight.
And a bun.
Yeah. There's a little bun. a lot of
The
time.
bun is a staple. That's your
Yeah.
bread, right? Your carb is that bun. And you had?
I had it was a noodle thing. But the actual meal itself was veg. So it was a spicy Thai noodle.
And tofu something.
Yeah, with tofu. So it had the tofu, broccoli, cauliflower, the noodles, and like chilies. That was actually quite nice as well.
So I asked Nadine what tofu tastes like because I've never tasted tofu and it doesn't look appealing to me. But she said it's like paneer.
Yeah.
Does it taste like paneer?
Yeah, kind of. It's the texture is a little bit different, but yeah,
The taste is the same.
almost. Yeah.
Okay. So she had that and then we started watching a movie. And then we slept, guys.
Yo.
I can't believe it. I'm shook because we thought we were not going to sleep.
And I generally don't sleep.
Dozed off. I think this time we're less anxious, not a lot of
Yeah.
emotions. We more or less know what to expect in the flight.
We had more space. We were more comfortable.
We were comfortable. And before you know it, we were waking up just before breakfast
Yeah.
to get ready.
So we slept for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just woke up just before breakfast. And this time for breakfast, we were like, we're not doing so when the
Those
meals
eggs.
come, we don't want the eggs. They come and they offer you, do you want eggs, mushroom, this, that, whatever? No. We
Yeah.
just took the yogurt
And fruit.
and the fruit. We are like, that's enough for
Yeah,
us.
and
They're
the
like,
bun
are you guys
also.
sure?
They still gave the bun.
And orange juice.
yeah.
Orange juice for the mornings, that was our go-to.
Yeah.
What we didn't know though is because we didn't want to be like ordering stuff on the plane and they're like, hey, you have to pay for this. You like leave the plane and there's a bill for you. But the snacks and stuff are free. So at any
yeah.
point in the night, if you're awake and you're hungry, you could just gong and say, please can I have some noodles?
Yeah.
Please can I have some Coke? Gong, gong. They bring stuff to you. We didn't make use of that feature as much as we should have the first time we went the plane.
To be fair with the liquids though, I don't think we wanted to be drinking a lot of liquids while we were flying.
Because we didn't want to pee too much in the
Yeah.
plane. From there, we arrived in Auckland. We have officially entered New Zealand and now we need to go through customs and biosecurity and immigration and whatnot. So when we get to Auckland, you get off the plane. I'm a little bit fuzzy. We walked out and there's signs that show you where your baggage claim is,
yeah.
right? So you walk towards those signs because immigration and stuff is on the way there.
Yeah. So then you go through like another security gate type of thing where they ask you for the food and the water and all of that again.
Yes.
And you have to take out, I had to unpack that whole bag.
That bag
again.
you had to unpack, yeah.
And yeah, you had to take off your shoes somewhere. Where was that?
That
wasn't
same
there.
gate, same gate.
Was it there?
Yeah, same gate.
Okay.
I have to take off my shoes.
Because of that little metal tag on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, then we got through that security thing. And then we went up to what was it?
The other gate. Because
Yeah.
we had to go to further towards baggage claim.
Yeah.
And there's another gate where they check your passport and your visa. So we get there, it's the immigration sort of officer that's there, I
Yeah.
think, right? So you
Yeah.
get there and you go to the turnstiles and you have this person that's waiting there for you.
So she just popped
Scan the password and usually your visa is linked to your passport.
Yeah.
So they can see there like, okay, that you're supposed to be, right? They didn't ask for the visa paper, but we made sure we had it just in case. The only place that asked was Tambo, but they said, listen, you're here on a worker visa or whatever the case is, you're coming to the
and
country.
Then they asked you if that was your first
time.
entry on that visa.
Yes. And I was like, yes. And they were like, okay, cool. And that was
And then
it,
they
guys.
also asked about the medication. We didn't have to show them
Yes. So we have a script for the
script.
medication, guys. You have to take a script with you for all the medication
Yeah.
going. They're saying, see you, because you have to declare when you enter New Zealand. So the nice thing about Cathay is they give you a form if you didn't do it already before you
On
going.
the plane.
So you can do it online. They have their own app. Or you can fill it in like on the card and take it with you. And if you have anything to declare, like medication, I think was one, and I forgot what were the others that required declaration.
medication, spices.
Spices, yeah. And if you've been working with farm animals or been in the like, in dirt or whatever over the last 30 days.
For like biosecurity.
So we were like, cool. We filled in that declaration. She asked about the medication. They didn't ask to see the script. They let us through.
She just asked like what medication is
And
it,
how
like, what are
long,
you taking
like,
it for,
the
and
supply.
how much do you have?
So we said about 2 months
Because you're not supposed to have more than 3 months.
Yeah.
Supply.
And then they didn't check. They said, cool, let us through. We walk through, and then there's people directing you all around the airport, Auckland
literally.
airport.
They there with signs. They're
Just saying,
busy shouting.
hey, are you here for baggage claim? Are you here for immigration?
Yeah.
Please go this way. Please go this way. Then we went to another lady who, what did she do? We didn't have to unpack anything for her.
No, she just checked our passports again.
Oh, yes. She checked our passports again. And she said, okay, cool. You guys are going to Wellington. Boom, boom, boom. You guys are going to use the express lane. Go get your bags over there. And she put like a express lane sticker on our passports. We went around the corner, grabbed our bags. And while you taking your bags out, they have sniffer dogs walking in the baggage claim.
It was a little beagle. It was so cute.
Walking and sniffing the bags to make sure you're not carrying any contraband or anything illegal in those bags. So you offload your big bags, and we noticed as we're taking out that these bags are now it's like some of the wheels are coming off. So obviously when they get handled from plane to plane, just bear in mind, I think if we had material suitcases will last longer, but I don't know if they keep your stuff as safe, right? The hard shell ones, if you got fragile items in your thing, is better. But if you are taking material suitcases, that's what I would go with, because they last longer.
Also, guys, we just bought cheap bags because we just needed to get us from there to here.
Yes, sir. So if you are trying to save cost, buy a cheap ass bag. It really isn't worth it.
Or if
you're an avid traveler though,
then invest in a good high quality luggage set.
So from there, we pack our bags, we go through this gate. So I see this brother and I'm like, yo dude, where do we catch the bus from here to the domestic terminals? Because we need to check in our bags.
First, after that we had to go through
the express lane.
Yeah. But then we had to offload our bags. They had to put it through the X-ray thing. And
there was an X-ray. Oh yes. Sorry. Yes, we had to go through, and then they take your luggage and they send it through an X-ray machine to check if there's any objects in there that are not supposed to be entering the country.
And from what I gathered, it was just because that one bag was wrapped. Because she said, "Oh, this bag is wrapped. We'll have to go
through this line."
And then there were other people who just walked straight through, and they didn't have to do that.
So they checked those bags. We took them through. Then we got through the arrival gate. After international arrivals, and the guy was like, I asked the gentleman that was standing there, yo dude, where do I go now to catch this bus? We going to Wellington. And he's like, cool, you can go this way, but you can check your bags in at the international side on this other side of the airport at Air New Zealand. Just go and leave your baggage there, then just catch the bus, or you can walk to the domestic thing, just follow the green line. So we went there to the Air New Zealand international part, and guys, it's so easy. You go there, there's a machine.
Yeah, it's a self-baggage check.
You scan your ticket, boop. It opens up like this little door. You put your bag on there, it weighs the bag, and it takes it up. Our tickets weren't working for some reason, so there was a dude that was helping us there. He helped us. He manually entered it for us because our tickets weren't scanned.
It didn't even take like 5 minutes.
And we didn't have to walk with these big bags to the other side of the airport. We left it all there, checked it in. Excuse me. Walked all the way to the other side of the airport. At first, we were waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know.
So we were like, the weather is nice and probably won't take us that long anyway.
And let me tell you, it is beautiful in Auckland. It is beautiful. Guys, there is like a filter and it's clean.
Yeah.
It is clean. Everything in New Zealand generally is like clean. The streets. It is clean here, guys. Auckland, same thing. It is clean. It was clean.
Not even a sweet wrapper on the floor or
There's
a
like
cigarette stompy, nothing.
They like took I don't know on Instagram what filter it is, but if you turn the warmth down, so if you go cool, more cool than warm, that's like bluish type of filter. That's what it looks like outside. It was very cool. Then from there, we went to the domestic side. We met up with my aunt, who is from Auckland, that stopped to come and see us and say hello.
And brought us food.
Yeah, she brought us supper for the night. She brought lamb curry. So at least our first night here, we had some lamb curry. And from there, she also got us McDonald's at the airport. McDonald's, very different to South African McDonald's. We'll get into foods in another episode.
Yeah.
But so we ate, got ready to take off again. The domestic side of the Auckland airport also, there's a lot of stuff to do. You get stuff. It's like a
Yeah.
normal domestic.
We didn't really walk around.
Yeah.
We just kind of waited at the gate because we spent that time that we had with his aunt.
So then to go from Auckland to Wellies, the boarding gate, you walk there. They don't even make you take out your laptop. They say, you got a laptop in your bag? I said, do I have to take out? They say, no. And then they just scan it and they let you through. So you don't have to unpack anything from the bags.
Thankfully. I didn't have
Which
to do that all
is
over
thing.
again.
The one bag got flagged though, because Pauline had
My
a
curling one.
one.
And they couldn't figure out what it was. But then eventually she like squinted and looked. At least there was a girl there. So I think she was the one that figured it out. And she's like, do you have a curling one? And it was like, yes. And she's like, oh, okay.
And then, through there, went up, waited for our flight, jumped on or went through the boarding gate, jumped on the Air New Zealand flight, the domestic flight, from there to Wellington.
That was just like a fly Sapphire
They
flight.
start playing reggae
Yeah,
before
while you're
the
taxiing,
flight
everybody
takes
like,
off. Yeah, the car, like the flight is moving on the runway, and there's like thing, and then they give you like a little snack. I had a cookie.
I got the chips, which I only ate
salted
later at home.
chips and water. I think we both had as our beverage. We flew from Auckland to Wellington. It was like flying from one island to another, in the sense that you could see just a lot of water underneath you as the plane was taking off.
It was very pretty.
Yeah, it was chilled. And then we got into Wellington, went to collect our bags, and got SIM cards in Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
eSIMs from 1NZ. So the carrier's been pretty cool.
I don't think we expected that to be as pricey as it was as
It was
well.
about $60, which translates to just over 650 rand plus minus.
Yeah. So just be prepared for that. There's different prices for different ones.
Yeah.
But one was on special and the other one we just got as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and then that was our trip, guys. As first-time international travelers, it was very tiring. We spent 42 hours all in the total travel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You obviously paid more expensive flight rates if you want.
A different airline and quicker route.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
we went with Cathay, guys, because they were
working
the
on a
cheapest.
budget. That was the budget move for our immigration. But yeah, getting an Uber is very expensive in New Zealand. Uber is
Extremely
very expensive in New Zealand. So just prepare that in your budget as well. But that was our experience as first time travelers. And this is our first ever episode on the Govender Express. So we hope you guys enjoyed this journey with us, and we've taken you on this trip with us as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment them, and we will try and answer as many as we can about the traveling in the comments. But also, if you're curious about how we ended up in New Zealand and what the process is like to get you, we've got you. Because the next episode, we'll be discussing all things immigration and how you could possibly one day make the move to a different country, maybe even New Zealand. From me, South Africa's favorite Indian rapper, Adrenaline, thank you so much for joining us.
And from me, Pulse, I'll see you guys next time.
Remember to take it easy, and if it's easy, to take it home. Peace.
Bye.